We have just learned in the last minute that the bomb threat has cleared, that police have investigated, and they have found that there was no bomb in this Walgreens. The roof collapsed. It literally split in half. The sanctuary, along with the adjoining building, were all condemned. Gloria Mitchell remains here at the Johnston County Detention Center. Despite several eyewitnesses, police say she tried to leave the scene. That is from a lightning strike, is what firefighters are telling us. Those two employees say that man was holding this umbrella when he was struck by lightning, that his right hand was burned, his clothes were charred. We know that police were called here to Worsham Drive for a reported assault. There remains a heavy police presence here on Lowell Ridge Road. There is no easy answer for them. Here in the parking lot, the dumpsters are out. Renovations on the exterior of the building have already begun. Still, many of these tenants have nowhere to go. Investigators are now confirming a man died in this crash, a horrific crash here on I-40. And in the last 10 minutes, all lanes of traffic here behind us have reopened. Now, at least 6 vehicles, including a cement truck, were involved. We want to show you some video we were able to shoot once we got closer to the scene. That mangled SUV, among several others, loaded onto tow trucks. It happened around 4:45 this afternoon at the start of rush hour, again on the eastbound side of I-40 between Lake Boone and South Saunders Street. While there was one fatality, police say there were no injuries. Police haven't said what caused the crash. The wreck report still isn't complete. Now, police have not yet identified the man who again died in this crash. They have also not said what, if any, charges will follow. Live in Raleigh, Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News. Dustin Johnson is fed up. He says this has been going on for at least 2 years. He and his neighbors, he says, have called animal control repeatedly. Nothing has been done, and that's why they started documenting it, taking these photos and videos, and we want to warn you, some of them are disturbing.
There was a dog here. There was about 3 dogs in the bus.
Dustin Johnson showed me where he says 10 to 15 dogs were kept on his neighbor's property on Mulberry Road in 4 Oaks. He sent me these photos of them. He tells me 62-year-old Bobby Barber was breeding dogs, most of them English bulldogs, and not properly caring for them.
I've seen 5 to 10 dogs die over here in just the past couple of years. I mean, getting hit on the road, and then him not feeding them.
Johnson says he called the sheriff's office and animal control several times. They'd come out, even gave Barber cages and dog food, but nothing would come of it.
I watched the dog food sit out there in the rain till I went and got it, and I started feeding the dogs myself.
Barber has been charged with misdemeanor animal cruelty. According to court documents, a dog was found with deep wounds on its neck from its collar. Barber lives in the camper. His landlord and longtime friend, Roy Stanley, lives in that front trailer. Did he seem like he was abusing animals?
No. That one that they found, that was a bulldog in heat, and he kept running and jerking.
Johnston County Animal Control wouldn't comment specifically on the case. They say under state law, authorities would have to show malice to charge someone with felony animal cruelty. It appears this case did not meet that threshold. Back out here live, Barber remains behind bars tonight. He is scheduled to appear in court later this month. As for Johnston County Animal Control, to put it in perspective, they say they receive more than 1,000 cases of animal cruelty each year, and they have just 1 investigator. Live in Smithfield, Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News.
So just saw everything.
Amani Thompson loved to dance and sing. Her parents say even at 2 years old, she put her 3 older siblings in their place. She gave herself her own nickname, Mimi.
I was here and I am responsible for her, but I couldn't change that.
Siobhan Thompson says they were prepping their backyard pool. Then they went inside. Amani was with them. Usually, she tells me, the door is locked. That afternoon, it wasn't. Just minutes later, Thompson found the toddler face down in the water.
I jumped in there and grabbed her, and I started screaming for somebody to help me because I couldn't get out with her. I immediately tried to resuscitate her and did what I can until the paramedics came.
It happened Wednesday, just before 2 in the afternoon. Little Amani was rushed here to Cape Fear Valley Medical Center. Family members call her a fighter. She died Saturday morning. The Thompsons donated Amani's organs.
She's going to save 4 to 5 lives behind it. and I'm grateful.
As the Thompsons struggle to come to terms with their loss, they hope their story will serve as a reminder to others.
Stay aware, be aware.
Because in a matter of minutes, everything can change. In Fayetteville, Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News.
It hurts.
Corporal Dylan Baldridge was just 22 years old when he died.
You never think it's going to be your family.
He was serving in Afghanistan when the Department of Defense says he and 2 other servicemen were shot and killed. The Taliban claimed responsibility.
We have pictures, at his Army graduation.
Like, we have one where he was little and he was like next to this big jet.
We should honor the flag because he came home under one. We have kid sizes.
In his honor, Baldridge's stepmother, Jessie, and his father, Chris, started Honor Flags, Inc., their organization bolstered by a $25,000 check from the president. Trump pledged the money during a phone call with Chris shortly after Baldridge's death back in June of last year.
He had a very kind heart when he did this for us and for America because we've now had a couple of fundraisers.
This third fundraiser is especially close to their heart. It's for Sergeant William Bay's family. He died next to Baldridge. Jesse and Chris made this wooden American flag for them, a family photo and message on the back.
If we can come together and give them a box of
Fun things like
Jesse's 7-year-old son, Ethan, found the right words. They're selling T-shirts and collecting donations. Jesse says all the money raised will go to Bay's family. The larger goal to make a wooden American flag for every service member killed in 2017.
This chose us. We did not choose it.
But to me, you're a great flag maker.
Thank you, buddy.
Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News.